Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's Code Your Future Coding Workshop for beginners, for non-coders like you. My name is Haifa, and I will be your host for tonight. So this is the first collab between StackTrek Code Your Future, DICT, and FHMoms, and we are so excited to have this workshop for you moms out there. And it's so interesting that we get to see there are a lot of people here and coming from different parts of the country. So I see here we have moms from Tagum City. We also have moms from Sorsogon, Lapu-Lapu. I think Lapu-Lapu is near Cebu. We also have moms from La Union. We also have moms from Pampanga and as far north as Baguio. Welcome and thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for tonight. So, to set the expectation tonight, we will be doing a workshop. And if this is the first time that you will be doing a coding workshop, we hope that you were able to really read the pre-assignment that we sent to you over email. If you didn't get that one, go back, go check your emails and make sure that you were able to read the instructions there. Okay? So, before we proceed with the workshop proper, just wanted to remind everyone that what is the reason or some questions, what could be the reason why you would want to pursue a career in IT. So just some few items here. One is that IT today is high in demand. So a lot of companies, especially since pandemic, nagka-pandemic, so a lot of businesses had to move into digital, offering their services in a digital manner. That's why there are a lot of people who need services in IT. The other one is also it's very rewarding in terms of compensation. So you could get jobs from here in the Philippines or even abroad. So compensation is rewarding. And here, just like you, since you moms are working from home, similarly in IT, a lot of opportunities here is also work from home. And finally, the most important one is that you can enter the IT industry even if you have no formal education. That means you don't have to be a graduate of computer science or IT. As long as you are able to prove your skills, you were able to have a portfolio that you could show what you are capable of, then you have good chances of taking that or pursuing that career. Okay? So, just to give you an overview of what Code Your Future is, the Code Your Future is an initiative with the ICT. And what we aim to do here is to elevate more Filipinos like you to become tech professionals through programming education. So, congratulations if you are already interested in taking the first step in IT. At the end of this workshop, if you're able to completely and successfully write your first code, then you are one step higher towards that goal. So how are we going to do this with the ICT? So we start with those with no experience. So if your background is in nursing, is in other parts of engineering or even sciences, that's totally fine. Having no experience will not be a blocker for you to take that first step in pursuing a career in IT. So through the Code Your Future path, we are going to provide online coding trainings throughout the year. These are free, so you don't have to pay anything for these trainings. So we also partner with organizations like FHMoms to host these types of workshops. In the future, we also will be working, let's say, with out-of-school youth groups, other organizations who we can provide these opportunities and there's no formal education required. The other one, apart from the coding trainings, there will be career sessions. So if you feel like you are ready with your skills, the next step is to apply for these IT jobs. Now we partner with different organizations like JobStreet, Caliber, Workbank, and they provide the tips. And not just with these job partners, but also from the IT industry. They provide you the tips that as a career shifter or as someone without zero experience, how will I make myself stand out among the others with the formal education or with those experience already? So we help you out on that one. And after that, we also invite you to virtual career fairs where you can take part of. And finally, the hardest step is really the first step, which is for you to land your first job. So through your Code Your Future experience, we are going to guide you in making those baby steps for you to get and land your first tech job. Okay? So with that one, I see a lot of you are already a member of this group. So for we would like you and we would like to invite you to be part of the Code Your Future FB community, as this is where we share different opportunities. Other members would like to share different opportunities here as well. That includes job opportunities, training opportunities, career sessions. Everyone can share these opportunities there, and you could also connect with other career shifters there with zero experience. You can find these folks there in the community, and of course you can get the latest news and upcoming workshops and career sessions for Code Your Future. Again, I'd like to highlight that Code Your Future activities and sessions are all for free. Okay, so to give us a keynote message, we would like to welcome Mommy Ellie, Chief Operating Officer of Filipina Homebased Moms Incorporated. Mommy Ellie?
Welcome to Coding Workshop for Non-Coders. I am Mami Ellie and I am from FHMoms or Filipina Home-Based Moms. That is a community that advocates for online career opportunities for women, especially moms, while they are staying at home. This advocacy has changed many lives, not just of women, of moms, but also of the whole family. And FH Moms is not stopping anytime soon. We want to equip more people as much as we can. And tech is our constant partner in this mission. We deliberately follow what's new in the industry to make sure that our community members can catch up. Without tech's developments, FH Moms may not have existed or we may not have, grown to what it is today. Aside from lack of resources and skills to start an online career, people are intimidated by tech and we tend to get overwhelmed when there's something new to be introduced to us. And worse, we are afraid to try it out because we feel like we do not have enough knowledge to level up. But when there's fear, when you're nervous, it means something big is coming your way. It makes the experience even more special because you know that it is something that you should conquer and accomplish. We have heard and witnessed many mommy stories that are very inspiring and empowering. A mommy that never experienced working due to early pregnancy and was able to build herself up. A single mom that single handedly took all the responsibilities with her hands and now a successful business owner. A corporate mom who struggles with stress in everyday corporate challenges and the desire to be with her kids and now working at home and enjoying time with her family. OFWs who were distressed and unhappy staying overseas and now were able to go home and start their careers here. A senior citizen who thought that technology is not for them but was able to discover new skills and new opportunities despite her age. Differently abled people who lived with discrimination and fear and now being in demand online service providers. Or a mom who struggled emotionally and mentally because of social pressure and expectations, too burdened and longing for growth, and now a fully accomplished freelancer who was able to gain assets and change the lives of her loved ones too. All these stories happened because they went out of their comfort zones and utilized tech to their advantage. But these success stories are not easy journeys, not a snap of fingers. They invested effort, time, money, trust, and they gambled their future. Their paths are not easy, but technology has helped them. New skills, new tools, new discoveries. Everything is new and always promises changes. Now we know that technology has provided us with all the resources and information we need. It created technological trends, digital advances, and innovations that made our lives easier and better. But as they say, technology is a double edged sword. It can harm us as much as it can help us. But with it advancing the world, changing the world, our better choice is to go along with it and make use of its advantages. Otherwise, we will be stuck and we will not move forward. It is not enough that we are able to maintain what we have right now. We should be able to grow and sustain it. We should continue learning and growing in all areas of our lives, and that includes prospering our skill set as professionals. Turn your doubts, your uncertainties, and your fears into an exciting learning experience because learning new things gives you room to grow personally and professionally. Like those mommies, make use of the platform being handed to you to start making a difference. Like those mommies, invest time and effort to accomplish your goal. Like those women, take advantage of technology. A workshop like this is an opportunity for us to discover the wonders of technology and utilize it. We highly encourage you to enjoy learning, not just in this specific event, but with every opportunity you have. We are lucky to have passionate experts, credible speakers, and determined organizers who are willing to make events like this and share their knowledge and expertise with us. Thank you, StackTrek and the ICT, for organizing this learning event, not just for mommies, but for everyone who wants to upskill and nurture their potential as part of the digital industry. And of course, for including FH Moms to this special project. For career shifters, anyone interested in pursuing career in tech, or anyone who wants to explore more skills in tech, this workshop is definitely for you. I hope you will be able to gain as much as you can from this workshop and that will elevate your professional skills. Enjoy the whole program and let's move forward with tech.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Mommy Ellie. Na-inspire ba kayo, guys? Because I did. So, thank you so much, Mommy Ellie, for that very inspiring message. So, with that one, we can see more people are coming in. So, next up is for now, before I introduce our facilitator, our trainer for tonight, we would like to check in if all of you were able to enroll in the course that we sent to you. So if you have enrolled in the course, type enrolled in the chat box. So if you are watching from Facebook or from YouTube, feel free to type in enrolled if you are able to enroll in the course already. So you should be able to receive that email. Once you register, you will get that email and make sure that you create an account so that you can access the platform that we will be using for tonight's workshop. So I can see that most of you have enrolled. So good job, everyone. Feeling ko mabilis yung mga tao dito. So I'm so excited for you guys to learn tonight's workshop. Okay, so now that we can see most of you have enrolled in the workshop and in the platform, let's proceed. So to give us the workshop, to provide the training and let you learn what coding is about and to help you build your first code in 40 minutes, I would like to introduce and welcome Mommy Joy Padernal. She is the team lead software engineer at StackTrek. So, Joy, welcome, welcome.
Hello, good evening everyone. I hope you will enjoy this short coding activity later. Okay, so I am present. Okay. Okay, so for tonight's workshop, okay, before I go on with what we are creating, no. So, um, for the introduction for myself, no, I've been working almost 6 or 7 years as a corporate employee. So job titles are programmer or web developer or software engineer. Okay, over time, and when pandemic hits, I actually one of the lucky who belong to uh, work from home, okay, job. Okay, so have a given an opportunity to work from home during the pandemic. So and all I can say, I belong also to this group, Filipina uh, home-based mom. So hope this workshop can have a glimpse of what I do as a software engineer. Okay, so as a mom, so hindi maiiwasan na uh, we will have this budgeting obligations, and the budget helps, of course, in creating financial stability. And budgeting ensures that you're not spending more than what you're making. Okay, so um, here is the picture. Okay, so personally, I've tried all kinds of tools when it comes to budgeting. So the very basic one are done in the paper and pen. Okay. So we have also, okay, pag level up na ng konti, we have also our spreadsheets. I think some of the home-based working mom, no, uses this go-to app. Okay. But now we will be creating our very own application or computer program for budgeting. Okay. So um, here we will be creating a simple budget app using one of the most popular programming language that's being used in the industry. Okay, so it's a Python, and the main uh, goal of the program is it is based first on the 50-30-20 rule. So I'm not sure if you have this same percentage of ruling, but for in my case, I'm following this rule. So later on, you can actually adjust your program depending on what percentage you want. So, um, okay, let's go to the uh, program details itself. So, a program, okay, can uh, actually calculate, okay, for um, the expenses, okay, the expenses, the total expenses, the savings, okay, and maybe it's your yearly savings. Okay. So, but before you can calculate, okay, kailangan talaga ng data na manggagaling sa atin, no? So, it may be your monthly household income, or what are the expenses that you consume for the month. Okay. And actually, since for this app, I use the 50-30 ruling. So here's the breakdown of it. Okay. So the 50% there means, okay, all uh, all expenses na 50% goes to your needs. So ano yon? So it may be your food, okay, water, maybe yung schooling ng kids natin, no? And we have electricity, maybe we have other bills like internet, no? Okay. Okay, and the ones, okay. So for the ones, of course, it's different from and per individual or per family or household. Okay. So in my case, no, before, iba yung wants ko. As my child age, no, ganito na yung naging wants namin, no. So we have, sample ko lang is travel and yung mga pakidsona or yung mga laro-laro niya, no. And of course, toys, 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 ang daming toys. So that's 30% of the budget. And of course, the very important one, okay, savings. So I'm not sure if makaka-relate pa yung iba. Yes, and there's a time that I have no savings in my ano in my percentage because naubusan na nung ng once, no. So that's why strict budgeting is very important. Okay. So so for the inputs, so what's the input? So the input here is actually the one from the user. So yung user, kung sino yung gumagamit ng application mismo. Okay. So we have the monthly household income. So he can input the monthly household income. Okay. And the second input that's being required is the needs expenses of the month. And lastly, the wants expenses. Okay. So it is not breakdown. So since na I want it to keep it short, hindi ko na break down, but I just combined all the wants and needs for now. Okay. So the output required is simple lang. Okay. Expected budget based on the 50, 30, and 20 rule. No? So this one, of course, depends on your monthly income. And the expenses summary report. So ano yan? The needs based on whatever you you input, and of course the wants, and there's the saving, and maybe the program can also put or display the estimated yearly savings, okay, based on your savings for that certain month. Okay, so without further ado, okay, before I want to double check first if you're are ready. Okay, so we have a playground there na coding playground. If you access our StackTrek site on the left side, okay, you will see there the coding playground. Just click the button. I think that's start, no? So this is the one you will be seeing. Ito dapat. Okay. So can you see now my screen? Okay, I think it's a bit delayed. Okay. Wait. So you will be seeing our live share playground. So this is the online tool that we are using. So we don't need to install anything on your computer. So you can compile a program here online. Okay? Kailangan lang ng internet. Ayun. Okay. So I can see plenty. Sige. So thank you everyone. So okay, since I think almost all na. Okay, sige, maybe 5 seconds. 5 seconds more. Madami pang nagta-type ng playground. Okay. So let's start for our first ever simple program. Okay. So in Python or in certain programming language, we have tinatawag na functions, no? So ano yung function? Just like in your maybe is remote control ng TV nyo, or maybe yung keyboard nyo dyan once na nag-press kayo ng letters on your screen, no? So once you press letter P there, okay, it means it tells the computer to type the letter P. So in programming, it's the same. Okay, and these functions have it's built in plain English. Okay, it's the first very example here is the print. So the print keyword there is the main function. The function of that one is just printing or displaying in the screen. So let's create our very first na program by just displaying, no. So I will say Filipina home-based mom budget app. Okay. So when I execute the program, as you can see, makikita nyo dito sa output tab natin sa baba. Okay. Whatever I inputted here sa taas, it will just display. Okay. So regardless of the spelling, of course, the notice that there's a open dalawang quotation marks there, the first and the end. Okay. So kailangan lang natin siya i-enclose. Okay. So let's I want to to go back in my slide before. Okay. So in Python, we have also tinatawag na data types. So since we are dealing with data here, no, I think almost all programs naman hindi nabubuhay, no, pag walang data. So it's just like your cell phone. You have datas there. It may be your selfies, images niya dyan, okay, your videos. Okay, so in programming it's the same. Okay, but data, a certain data have types, of course. So kailangan lang natin malaman kung ano yung mga types na hinahandle ng uh, Python. Okay, so we have integers. Okay, and integers can be any whole number. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is limited until depends on your memory. So kung mataas yung memory mo, sobrang yung numbers na ma-handle niya is bigger. Okay, so integers also include negative numbers. Okay, and we have another data type which is floating point. Okay, floating point, this is yung may decimal value. So when we are dealing with money or currencies, ito yung ginagamit natin na data type. Okay, so we have also the strings. Okay, so ano yung string? It's a bunch of characters. Okay, and it can be a combination, of course, with the combination of your Unicode characters or yung mga numbers, pwede yun actually. Yung alphanumeric mo. Okay, so yun. So that's your strings. Okay, and the very basic example I already show you before. Sige lang, balikan natin yon. And we have concepts in programming like this one. I think if gumagamit na kayo ng Excel or spreadsheets, this is very common. So in our real reality or world, no, palagi talaga tayong we're dealing with conditions in life, no. So in programming, it's the same. Okay. So we have the if-else statement, okay, in Python. So ano yung sample niya? So if 18 yung edad ko, which hindi naman dapat, meaning I'm not considered a minor. So if I'm below 18, then I am considered as minor. So imagine when you're logging into Facebook, no? Okay. Hindi ka papasok pag yung birthday mo or yung age mo hindi pumasa sa kondisyon na binigay ng certain application or site. Okay. So it's the same in here. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our playground. Okay, so the one we print here is actually a string. So what's the anong palang tandaan pag string siya when you enclose that one in your quotation mark. Okay. Okay. So okay, the next thing that we will be doing is let's put or gather all the given. So ano yung mga given natin kanina? So since we're dealing with the 50, 30, 20 rule. Kailangan natin yun ilagay sa program. So, what's that? The needs as the needs percentage, which is 50%. Okay. The wants percentage is 30%. And ano pa yung isa? Okay, of course, dapat hindi natin makalimutan yung savings natin. So, savings percentage, which is 20%. Okay. Sige, let me check first if nakakahabol kayo. So, this one, just defining, okay, 50 to the needs, no? So, notice that we have the equal sign here. So, equal sign here acts as an operator, no? And the the right data here, okay? So, ito yung 50, 30, and 20, okay? This is being assigned to the left. So, ano yung tinatawag natin? Ano yung tawag natin dito sa left? So, these are called a variable para hindi nyo Okay, I will type the So, variable. A variable acts as a storage, no, of data. So, everything on the left, on the right of your equal sign are the data. And then you are being stored that one in a certain variable. So, please double check your spelling. Hindi naman siya strict sa spelling, but pwede kayong mag-create ng nyo, no, ng your own very own variable. So I just name it like that. Okay, sige. So before I proceed to next few lines, okay, type variable if you're done. Okay, sige, wala pa. I think delay pa ng seconds. Sige. Variable if you're done with this one. Okay. Yun. So we have, okay. And then, okay. So after we define the variable, no, since kailangan natin yung inputs from the user. Okay. So ano yung mga yon, natandaan nyo? So it's the monthly. So I will say monthly household income or just your monthly income. Okay. And it can be whatever, 30,000, 10,000. Okay. So assume nyo na lang na yung dapat yung monthly income is already na minus na yung tax, no? So ayan. And since this is the one we're getting from our user or kung sino man yung gumagamit ng app natin, no? So I will call another function, Python, which is input. So this is simply gets an input from the user. Okay. So after that, okay, I will print, okay, something in the screen. Okay. So what do I want to print here? Okay, I want to print the needs, wants, and saving expectations based on my 50, 30, 20 rule. Syempre, I multiply it with the monthly income. Okay, so expected needs is equal to, okay, this is the time now that we need to do some calculations. Okay. So how do we come up, how do we calculate for the expected needs? Okay, so expected needs, of course, is based from our monthly income. And we times it with the needs percentage. So in this case, we put 50. Okay. So kailangan na natin i-call yung variable, no? And we divide it by 100%. It's because that 50 is not in it's in percentage form, and when you're doing that in calculator, no, magta-times kayo for the percentage, you are converting it to decimal. Okay, so it's the same here in the program. Okay, so you need to convert it into decimal. That's why I divide it into 100. Okay, so I will do the same for the expected ones, expected savings. So equals monthly income times needs. Sorry, that's wants this time by 100. Okay, and the last is expected savings is equals to monthly income times savings percentage by 100. Sige. So if you're done with the calculation, okay, say expected, type expected. Blurred ba yung screen? Okay, so we have one. Sige, how about others? Sige. I will just wait for a few. Yun. What we're doing next is just printing the expected uh, amount, no, that we're going to spend under certain expenses or savings. Okay, so let's say I will put here expected budget. So I just put the equal sign so that magandang tingnan sa output natin. Oh. Okay. And I will have another print statement. So and notice that dalawa, no? So what's the purpose of this one? It is to print for another line. That's why I call another print statement. So in this case, I will put an F at the front. So I will say or explain to you later bakit. Okay. And I put needs. And then okay, I put curly braces there. Okay. So the purpose of F, where you're dealing with the strings at the same time, you need to call a variable. No? So in order for the program to know that certain uh, words are a variable pala, okay, so you need to put it inside in a curly braces. So kailangan may F, okay, lang sa una. And then yung variable mo dapat naka-enclose sa curly braces. So when let's copy the same or do the same with the others. Okay, F, print F, and then once. Okay. This time, expected once naman yung kailangan natin i-display. And for the last line, the savings. And of course, the expected savings. Okay. So let's try now the program. So let's try to execute the code. I think I need to laki. Pantian yung screen. Hope okay lang sa inyo. So if you run or execute the code, there will be an error. EOF when reading a line. So that means that since you are requiring an input from the user, no, we need to input something here. So there's a tab na custom input. So make sure you click that one and you type the input, no, which is we are requiring a monthly income. So let's say your monthly income is 20,000. And this is the time now that we can execute the code. Okay. So we have another error, unsupported operand type for str_int. Okay, so take note that all types of input from the user are considered as string. Okay, so since we are doing some calculation and monthly is income is supposed to be not a string but a currency, no? So ano yun? So if naalala nyo, okay, so that's the float. Okay, so we just call a function na float. This one, yung ginagawa niya is converting whatever inside it, it converts to the float na data type. Okay, so we just enclose the input in the float. So this is very important and please take note. So when we run the program, okay, so as you can see, we have already the calculation based on uh, the input. So a 20,000 earner, okay, household, okay, if he or she applied the 50/30/20 ruling, okay, so 50% of needs, that's 10,000. The wants is 6,000 and the saving is 40,000. Okay. So take note hindi pa na-edit, no? So kulang ng comma or kulang ng formatting. So Python can also handle that, yung mga formatting nyo. So what you just need is just put the colon, okay, after the variable name, okay, and of course that's inside the curly brackets, okay, colon, the comma, if gusto mong dagdagan ng comma, and then the dot there for decimal, and the next is the number of how many decimals that you want. And lastly, you put the F for formatting. So if we execute the code, okay, as you can see, the 10,000 na needs is already formatted. Yung kulang na lang natin is wants and the savings. Okay. So let's check. Okay, let's say let's type print if you already printed. So ayun, I will be waiting for your print if printed. This one if you're done with the lines 14 to 17, no, and you already successfully output na walang error. Okay, so yan dapat yung sa baba. Ayun, print. Okay, so next, okay, so we want to level up our program. Okay, this is simply nagda-display ng expected budget based on the 50/30/20 rule. So we want to have it gusto nating i-display if yung certain uh, expenses natin for the month, okay, na-meet yung goal natin na 50/30/20 rule. Okay. And magsasabi siya na, oy, hindi mo na-meet yung rule and you have only have this savings left. Okay. So, since to do that, no, we need another uh, details or information from this user. So, ano yun? Yun yung expenses mo. Okay. So, we will put here, okay, so on after the monthly income, no. Okay, we have hashtags in Python actually. So ano yun, hindi yun hashtag yung hashtag dito, it's for your comments. So that does nothing to your program. It's just an indicator for us or para sa coders natin na malaman ay yung line of codes na to para sa ganito, no. So I just put here. So these are inputs from the user, and this one is for your calculations. Yung sa taas mo is yung variables or what we call constants. Yan. Okay, so let's go back to the inputs. So we have only one input here. We will add another one once. Let's go first with the needs. So kahit ano yung mauna, okay lang yun. Needs, expenses, expense. So needs expense is in currency still, pera siya. So kailangan natin still yung float na na keyword, and then we call the input keyword inside it. So it's the same with your wants. Float, okay, and inside input. Yun. So we have already added 2 inputs here. Okay, sige. You say needs if done. Ayun. So EOF error is means that you make sure that meron kang custom input, no? So check nyo yan. Okay. So since dumagdag na tayo ng 2 input dito, meaning the custom input here in our program, okay, kailangan na dagdagan din. Okay. So what's the next input is the needs, and the third one is the wants. Okay. So let's say for my needs, I have a total of let's say 11,500 in that month. And for our wants, I have 4,879 for that month. So, ayan, if you execute the code, walang nangyayari, no? It's just same, okay, as before. Because, of course, wala namang tayong dinagdag for displaying in the screen. So, this time, we proceed with our next calculations. Ano yung mga yun? Okay. Yung mga next calculations natin is we must know what is the total expense is. So, yung mga easy muna. Okay, dagdag ako dito ha. Total expenses. So, the formula for total expenses, para malaman natin yung formula, it's just actually the needs and wants expense, right? Yun. So, need expense, make sure that your spelling is the same sa taas, no? Kahit mali yung dineclare mo sa taas, basta sa baba, it's the same. Okay lang yan. It will run. So make sure that your variable names are consistent. Expense. Okay. Need expense, want expense. So that's your total expense. Okay, ano pa yung possible calculation here? Maybe we will want to solve the savings, of course. So, pwede na yon. So, paano kaya natin makakalculate yung savings? Okay. So, of course, we save if may natira, no? Sa pera natin. So, that's based on our monthly income provided. Okay. When we, monthly income minus the total expense that we did. Okay. So, that's your savings. So, double check the spelling. If may S, dapat may S dito sa baba. Okay, double check. Okay, anyways, mag-error naman yan pag mali. No? So, ano pa, maybe I can actually calculate now the estimated savings for the year. Estimated yearly savings. So, where does I base that? Of course, savings lang. So, savings times 12. So, assume ko na lang na ganyan yung habit ko per month, no? Ganyan yung wants ko palagi in savings. So, ayan, estimated lang naman. So we can add that one. So ayan. Okay, I hope you're familiar with the operators that we use. So in Python, again, no, it can handle operations or mathematical operations. So ayan, familiar na kayo sa plus sign. Minus is for minus, but maybe, okay, hindi kayo familiar dito. So asterisk is just for the multiplication. Yan. Okay, so ayun, medyo mabilis. Okay, I will just answer some of questions. Ano po yung nasa dulo ng print sa expected needs? Is that an if? Expected needs. Okay. Yes, this is an F. Okay, sa mga blurred yung screen, okay, recap, no? Here on printing, okay, colon, comma, dot, 2, and F. Okay. Ayan. Okay, so custom output. Sige, I will recap now. Custom output. So the custom output, okay. Okay. The custom input, you mean, it's not the custom in. Okay. Custom input. So yung custom input, it depends on you. Pwedeng iba. You cannot you can put any custom here. Okay, so it's custom because it's customized per user. So ayan, you can, it's okay, no worries. Okay, so output, ito yung display ng system natin. So sige lang, I will get back later. Okay, magre-recap ako mamaya. So we already have, sana tayo, ayan, estimated yearly saving. So yung back to the last topic that we will put here are the conditionals. So kailangan natin yon. Okay. So the conditionals is very important, no? When we maybe want to display something. So in this case, since budgeting app, okay, we want the user to know that if exceeded na siya sa certain na 50 rule or 30% rule. So maybe sumobra siya sa ano niya, no, sa needs, okay, or sumobra siya sa wants niya na percentage. So paano 'yon? So before I go to the conditional, of course, kailangan natin muna malaman kung magkano yung yung needs, max needs niya. Okay, yung maximum needs, okay? Or maybe we can calculate the needs percentage, okay? And based on the user, what the user inputted, no? Okay, so I hope yun, if may mga error kayo dyan, I hope someone is okay, assisting you. So let's do another round 3 calculation. Lagyan ko ng space para makita nyo kaagad. So this is the first calculations we done, the second calculation, and the third calculation that we'll be doing is we need to calculate the needs percentage. Ano to? Needs percentage, okay, is you notice that may needs percentage na tayo dito sa baba. So yung needs percentage naman sa baba na small letter, okay, is the one that the percentage that is being accumulated by the user, or ito talaga yung percentage of expenses, yung actual. So maybe let's change na lang para hindi tayo malito. Actual need percent. Okay, I will put that. Okay, so how do we calculate for the percentage? Okay, so it is of course based on the needs. Okay, so the needs expense. Okay. So this needs expense is what we get from the user. So kailangan lang natin i-type yan. Okay. And how do we know that or how do we solve for the percentage? Of course, we need to divide it in the income, the user. Okay, income. And then, kailangan lang natin i-times sa 100%. So, if we print, okay, print here sa baba, okay, we can actually just call this one here just to double check. So, when we execute the code, yun, may error na tayo. Need expense income. Ayun, here. Okay. We missed the times. So make sure pag invalid syntax meaning you are missing something there, double check your code. Okay. Need expense divided by, we use the slash income and then we multiply it asterisk 100. Okay. Okay. Okay, ayun. Needs expense is not defined. Okay, need. Okay, needs expense. So make sure we pag not defined meaning may mali lang yung needs expense. Okay, and sorry for the income, I use monthly income sa taas. So whatever you define sa taas, you must be consistent. Okay, wait lang, may ano ako, needs expense, saan to? Need expense, ayun, need ito. Ayan, na-remove ko yung S. Okay, so when you execute the code, dapat okay na. So ayan, may pinint ako on line 29. So the actual need percentage is 57.49 based on the custom input na 20,000. So yung 10,000 here is 57%. Tama ba? 57% ng 20,000. No. The 11,500 is 57% of the 20,000 na monthly saving. So, which is correct. Okay, and so kailangan lang natin, we will be doing the same with the other. So, let's type actual want percent is equal to want expense divided by monthly income times 100. So double check again. Once expense dito sa taas. Okay, monthly income. Okay, wrong spelling ako. Okay, so let's just change that. Okay, last, we need to put the actual saving percent is equals to want savings. Okay, so what's our savings here is just savings. And then we divide it again in monthly income times 100. Okay. So we can now actually print our second report that we want, which is, ano kaya ang papangalan natin? The expenses report. Report for the month. Of the month. Okay. So, ano yung lalagay natin? Okay, so we use the printf again or the format strings because this involve both variable and a string, no? Okay. Needs, okay, the actual percent. So double check, and when using printf, dalawa lang yung quotation mark dapat after ng f and just before your closing parenthesis. Okay. So what we're printing next is our once na percentage. Okay, once. Sorry, actual. And the last, we will be printing the savings. Okay, sige. So, sa mga kahabol or dito na din, say report if you are already here. Report in the chat. Okay. Ayan. So, dapat may expenses report of the month. Okay. So, sige. Say report if done. You're on the report. I see that. Okay. So, sa mga blurred yung code, no worries. I think after this, we will have a copy of your code and you can try it out, no, later on. Okay. Sige. Let's go now to the next part. Okay. Since now we have the percentage of the report, okay, we can now actually see from our 50, 30, 20 rule. Okay? By mata, no? Makikita natin kaagad na yung needs natin sumobra sa 50. Okay? Yung wants natin, okay. Yung savings natin, kulang. No? So, we can automate this. Okay? So, pag sumobra yung needs natin, okay, magagalit yung or disappointed. Maglagay tayo ng disappointed face on our program. So how we will do that? Okay. So this now we will can put the conditional. So where will we put? That's the question. So we will put that right before we are printing something. So if okay. So here the condition. We will be printing the disappointed face if hindi niya nakuha yung actual yung need percentage which is 50. Okay, so dun muna tayo sa need. So if the need is greater than, if the need percentage, okay, is less than or equal, we have comparison operator here. So it's, if you go back to your basic math nyo, may ganito if you're comparing two things, no? So need percentage, ano yung laman niya? Okay, that's your need percentage here at the top, which is we put a 50, no? And what we will compare to that is the actual percentage of need that we computed before. So, i-call lang natin yung variable na yon. So, actual need percentage. So, and we end it in a colon. So, don't forget the colon at the end kasi mag-error yung code nyo. Okay. And we will be assigning a variable that contains a disappointment or disappointed face. Okay. So, but before that, there's a rule in programming that you must initialize first all the variables. So, kailangan natin lagyan ng initial value. Okay. So, pag, ano kaya yung initial value? So, sige, let's say na lang yung initial value ng face natin. Okay. So, I will call it the need robot. So, yung robot natin may mukha. So, that's the robot for the needs. Si need robot yung pangalan niya. So, need robot yung default na itsura ng default yung default na itsura ni need robot is a happy face. So, you can type there any word if you want, but I will use this one. Okay. \n. Okay, and then I will put a curly braces. Okay, and I will say agreeing face. Okay. Ayan. So, this one, ano siya, emoji to. Okay, so, when we print this need robot later on, di-display to na emoji. So, I will call the need robot here on the line 35. Okay, so under the expenses report of the month, so needs, after the actual need percentage, I will put a space there, very long space. Okay. And maglagay ako ng curly braces and I will put the need robot. Okay. So when I execute the code, ayun, may error lang. Okay. So in this case, if statement is very strict with the indentation. Python pala is very strict with the indentation, no? So kailangan talaga may indentation. Okay, yung child element natin for the if. Okay. So the if is the condition. In the if statement, okay, after nun, kailangan yung condition. And then it will end at the colon. Will end with the colon. Okay. And may mali ako dito. Needs with S pala. Needs. Okay. Ayan. Needs percentage. Actual need percentage is not defined. Meaning mali na naman yung pag-call ko. Ayan. Percent lang pala. Okay. Yun. Ayan. So, when I execute the code, as you can see, may nakita na kayo na happy face dito sa output ko, right? So, the \n, curly braces, greening, space, face, closing curly brackets, yung magde-display dyan is yung emoji mo na happy face or greening face. Okay. So, if yung needs percentage hindi same, okay, yung need robot ko is maging disappointed. Okay. So, in that case, no, I will put right after the if statement. Okay. Papalitan ko lang yung robot ko into a disappointed. Okay. So, ayan. So, when I execute the code, okay. Okay. Since na yung needs percentage natin, which is 50, is less than or equal to the current needs, which is 57, or actual, no? Ayun, naging sad face yung robot natin. So, we can apply this in our other category, the wants and the saving. So, but before, of course, need talaga natin initialize. Wants robot naman. To have and greening face. And last, the savings robot. Have a face of initial, /n, greening face. Yan. Sige, let's say robot if you're done initializing all the robot. And you can now continue with the condition. So we have another if here. If the once percentage is less than or equal to the want actual, okay. So the need robot would be sad or disappointed. So I just make sure my spelling is correct for greening and disappointed. So kailangan strict yun for the spelling. So the last condition that we want if our savings, okay, savings percentage is less than or equal to the savings that we, the actual savings percent. Okay. Ayan. Okay, so then, sorry, once robot. And the last is the savings robot. And be, yan, disappointed. Okay. So, that's it. Sige nga. Yun. I think, ayun, nasa robot na yun ba? Sige. Conditionals. Type conditionals if you're already done with the these three if statements here. Okay, we will go a little slower. Ayun. Okay, sige. We'll wait for others, conditionals. If you're done with conditionals. Yun. So, make sure you, initialize first, no? Okay, I scroll up a little bit, okay, para makita nyo yung buong code. Okay, so, just before the conditionals, you have this initial, okay, for the robot, parang initial niya. Ayun. So, yung kulang na lang natin is just to display, no? Beside the once. So, kung yung once, ano siya? Anong tawag dito? So, kung once is pasok or hindi umaksid sa 30 rule natin, so, it will display a happy face. Okay? So, pag hindi, okay, the disappointed face. Okay. So what we will do is just call the same what we did in the need robot. Okay. So I can see a lot now. Sige, maybe we'll wait for some type conditional so that I can proceed. Okay, so let's scroll down back again to our print code or display. Okay, so this is now the time that we display the robot face. Okay. So let's put here. I just put madaming space para lang makita nyo. Okay. You can put anything there. Magda-display yan sa screen. And just simply call the name of the variable, which is here, once robot. Okay. And then the savings is savings robot underscore robot. So once I execute the code, okay, it will be okay. Ayun. Tinanggal ko yung uh, quotation mark. Nilagay ko dito sa gilid. Okay. So, yun. Sige, I will wait. So, if you already updated or put all the faces of the robots there or emojis, your emojis and the report. Sige, type nyo nga emoji. Okay, wait lang, saglit. Ayun. Okay. Okay, so last what we will do, okay, we just print the savings. Okay, the savings. So, ano yung mga savings na calculate natin? Of course, tingnan natin sa taas. Okay. The savings here on the line 19, ina-calculate na natin. So, it's based on monthly income minus total expense. So, what we will be doing is just calling here sa baba. Okay, print. Savings. And then, don't forget the F because we were dealing with the variables. Yan. And then, lastly, we will print the total savings of the estimated. Okay, estimated lang to ha. Savings of the year. Because we already calculated it sa taas, we can call here na lang sa baba. So, make sure that you're calling the correct. Okay. So, ano yung pangalan niya sa total yearly savings? So, let's try to execute that code. If, ayun, mali yung spelling ko siguro. Ayan. Double check natin. Estimated yearly saving yung pinangalan ko dito. Okay. Yan. So, estimated yearly savings. So, that's our final report. You know? So, pwede kayong dito dumagdag. No? So, instead maybe of happy and sad face of your robot, kailangan nyo siguro magsabi na you exceeded and how much did you exceed. So, pwede yon. So, that's another calculation for you to make. And you can add or you can call here in the print. Sige, let's wait for others. If you are finished, okay, can you type success if you already finished. Okay, so paano mo masasabi na finish? Meron tayong Filipina Homebased Mom budget up na titles. Okay, after that, you already printed the expected budget. Okay, and the expenses report of the month, percentage. Okay, ayusin lang natin ng konti yung code. No? Since na we're dealing with the percentage, currencies, no? We add na lang yung comma for if we're dealing with amount of pesos. And lagyan ko na lang siguro ng PHP para malaman na peso siya. Ayan. Okay, and if it's a percentage, I will add the colon and I will put it into a 2 decimal point. Colon dot 2F. Same with others. Colon dot 2F. Yun. Careful with editing. And for the savings, since na ano siya, it's a currency, colon, we need a comma dot 2. Yeah. And the estimated yearly savings, it's colon, comma, dot F. Ayan. Ayan. So, mas maganda na yung report natin. Okay, and lagyan ko na din ng percentage here para makag-display yung percentage screen. Okay, so when we test out again our code, no, possible hindi same yung output mo sa output ko because it's based on the custom input. So, kunyari, I have a monthly income na 50,000. And yung needs ko na gastos is 23,000 a month. Okay, and the ones, okay, siguro mga kunyari lang, mga 12,000 a month. Okay, so when I execute the code, okay, the expected budget na needs ko since na 50,000 yung sweldo, no? It's 25,000 for the needs. The ones is 15,000. The saving is 10,000. So the expenses report ko, 46% yung nag-google ko for the needs. No? So happy pace tayo doon. Okay, for the ones, 24%. So still happy pace. But the savings, no? Okay, ayun. Bakit kaya nag-sad face yung savings natin? So yung required, okay, is 10,000 but sumobra tayo. So parang mali pala yung robot natin, no? Nag-sad face siya. So dapat happy face tayo, no, for the savings. So ayun, may mali tayo. So for the savings, so that if sobra-sobra yung naipon mo pala, okay, dapat hindi pala yung disappointed. So in that case, we just change the condition we are just making. So whatever we are feeding in the program, it actually runs or executed the way that you program. So para maging happy face and para maging tama yung condition, you just correct the if statement here on the line 35. No? So saving percentage must be uh, greater, okay? Or tama ba? Or equal. So the 20% must be greater or equal to the actual, okay. Okay, wait lang, mali. So ayun, tama pala. Tama yung condition natin. Yan. So 10,000 yung yung expected but 30% ayun mali. Okay. So we have bakit kaya disappointed face to siya? Baka mali yung pinapa-display natin. Tama naman. Okay. So ayun. So savings percentage must be greater than to your actual. Okay, so let's say 20 must be greater than sa actual. Okay, tama. Okay, so ayun, dito, we need to edit. So if less than yung savings percentage natin, meaning hindi tayo umabot sa 20% na goal natin, no? So kaya ma-disappointed siya. So sorry, we need to correct this statement. Okay, ayun, dapat happy face na tayo. Ayun. Okay. Sige, success if you already success. Ayun, we have one successful. Okay. I think I'm done. But for those unsuccessful, no, we have the link there. It's meron dyan for your full code, view full code at bit.ly/FHMoms-full code. So you can access the full code there. Okay, and you can try it out. And I think you can recap or rewatch the video if I'm too fast. So, yan, I can stop now. Okay, sige. Sige, so how many success? Parang konti lang ha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how about the huge Facebook Live? Okay. So I'm on YouTube Live. Okay, so ayun, when coding, no, it's very good to to code because you can actually add the features that you want. Okay. Ayun. So I hope you enjoyed this workshop. No? So yung mga error natin dyan, ayan, okay, for your EOF again, when reading a line, simple lang yung kulang natin dyan. Okay, make sure yung custom input mo, merong laman. Okay, and you double check dapat meron ka nito. Okay, so tatlo yung hinihingi mo dito, tatlo din dapat yung input mo sa baba. So that's the common mistake. Yes, replay. So I think that's all. Thank you everyone and good evening.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Mommy Joy, for giving us this workshop. And with that one, everyone, good job to all of you, especially to those who completed their code, who typed in here success. Good job, all the mommies out there. And also for those na may error pa rin, ayun, the team shared yung link for the code. So after this one, you can still copy paste those code that you have and then you can test it out yourself. So our recommendation is that hindi nyo siya i-copy paste from all the code to the playground because that's not how you are going to learn. So ideally when you copy, you copy it line by line. So really you type it in. Kasi the more that you do it, like you really type it in individually, each letter, each character, then mas nagsistick siya sa inyo. And that's how you learn better. And yun, and if after this session, meron pa kayong questions, the Code Your Future FB community is there. So just share there ano yung mga questions ninyo. And then the team will try our best to help you out in those code. And then after that one as well, for those na nakapag-complete na, we are giving away certificate of participation. So just take a screenshot of your code na successful siya, and that will be the basis for you to complete the workshop. And again, with that one, thank you so much again, Mommy Joy, for having us. And I hope all the mommies out there also learned a lot from you. And hopefully they will also pursue a career as a developer, just like you. Thanks, Mommy Joy.
Thank you everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay, sige. So for our next part of so Q&A natin, ayun, you guys have all your question. We would like to thank Matt, our person in the back end. So si Matt yung sumasagot sa mga tanong ninyo if you have questions in both Facebook and YouTube. Okay, so if you want to volunteer for the Code Your Future initiative, if you feel like, uy, parang masaya yung mag-learn about coding, then you can volunteer. There are different roles. You can be a host. If you are into coding already and you want to share your knowledge related to coding, feel free to volunteer as a trainer or as a speaker para you can also share your skills, your experience, or your tips and tricks with other interested developers. So if you want to sign up as a volunteer, pwede din sa registration. If you want to host a workshop in your place, we have few people like may mga from Laguna, from Cavite, from Sorsogon, from La Union, or from Cebu. If you want to host a Code Your Future workshop, or if you want it to be in person, we can also help you make that happen. We just need speakers lang talaga. So we'll make that one happen. So hopefully by next year, we can do more of these workshops para for those interested, you can really pursue and learn these skills better. And with that one, for those, may nagtanong kanina hindi ko nakuha yung name, but I think it's Celine Rep Pound. Ayun, he was asking if meron bang course or some sort of long-term na training specifically for this one. So, StackTrek is offering a full stack bootcamp for you guys, for everyone in this workshop. So if you are sold na, uy, IT is really my calling and I really want to pursue this career, this is the opportunity for you. And with that one, we will just play a quick video for you to get an overview on what the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is all about. Everyone, if today you are very interested to pursue a career as a coder in the IT industry, but isn't confident with your skills or with having zero or minimal experience, then this opportunity is for you. In the next few minutes, you'll learn about the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp that trains you to become a job-ready programmer in just 4 months. So as you can see here, you have two options. The first one is the co-living bootcamp. This is the first of its kind here in the Philippines as it combines both learning and lifestyle into one exciting and rewarding experience. It means you will be living in one building with other boot campers, and you will be able to leverage all of the amenities and the social experience of learning with other boot campers. And then the other option is digital. It is virtual. That means you can take this boot camp anywhere. By anywhere, it means if you are in the province, then you can take this boot camp at the comforts of your home. Or if you enjoy traveling, then you can also take the boot camp while you are traveling. Now, for you to be able to understand and get a picture of what exactly are we going to do when we enter the boot camp. So let's assume that you already applied and earned a slot in the boot camp. Here in the next few minutes, you can also imagine and also experience virtually what it is like, what you will be doing, and what will be the experience like learning with StackTrek. So the first thing that you do in your day is have the daily discussions with your trainers and peers. So since you will be building real world applications, always remember that in this boot camp, we focus on your practical skills, the skills that you can really use and immediately practice. And in your daily discussions with your trainer, you will be covering various topics. And the topics that you will be covering will depend based on what module you are in during that day or during that week. So remember, you are building real world applications, and the benefit here for you, especially if you have zero experience yet, is that at the end of the boot camp, you will already have a bunch of projects that can showcase your skills based on the real world applications that you already built. So the next thing that you do after your daily discussions with your trainers and peers is that you now go on and do and complete your hands-on coding modules. It also covers advanced curriculum. We want to focus on the topics and the skills that is relevant today, not relevant 5 years ago, but relevant today and in the future as well. So after you go through the module, do the exercises, learn the things that you need to learn, once you hit a bump or you're having a difficulty, the platform or the bootcamp has a one-on-one live trainers capability. And what exactly is this? So in just one click, when you are having a problem with the exercises that you're doing or the project that you are doing, in just one click, you get connected to the next available trainer, and then you will be able to chat with that trainer immediately. So you can share your screen with the trainer, you can code together with your trainer, and you can discuss with the trainer with the challenges that you are having. As you can see, it's quite different because as you code together with your trainer, it feels like it's very interactive And it's very personal because the trainer is focused on you as you try to learn that specific skill or try to resolve that specific challenge. So here we would like to show you what it is like. So here we have an example of a trainer named John, and John is talking with his trainer and trying to consult the problem that he is having. So on the right side, there is that chat, and then at the middle is you can see the code that they are working or coding together. And this is an example of one of the projects from one of our boot campers. So they are building real world applications so that at the end of the boot camp, again, you will have a portfolio ready that showcases your acquired skills. But one of the important things that we also would like to highlight is that in this boot camp, it's not just about the technologies that you learn. At the start of the boot camp, you are going to focus on the module that builds you your core foundation. And having a strong coding foundation allows you to learn different technologies faster. The full stack bootcamp has demo days. So we have demo days each month, and what I will show you is one of the websites built by one of the programmers, and that he was able to build this website in just 1 month in the bootcamp. So as you can see, even if you have zero background, the bootcamp is beginner friendly enough for you to understand and be able to build websites even if you have zero background. In the StackTrek bootcamp, the platform that you will be using is the most advanced training technology here in the Philippines. And the big difference here, we are more focused and having you do more coding hours. If you do more hands-on, you are able to apply immediately the skills that you just learned. The more you apply the skills, the more you realize the things that you need to improve on. And as you learn and apply these skills, you get better and better at it. There you have two options, the co-living and the digital. Digital is virtual, so you can take this one anywhere. And co-living is that you will be living with other boot campers and learning at the same time. Now, we would like to add more details on what the co-living is like. So the co-living bootcamp, you don't have to worry about anything else but to learn and experience life. You don't have to worry about spending for food anymore. It is already covered. Also, the accommodation is also included. The good thing about it is that beyond just learning, of course, we need to live our lives. There is a rooftop wherein if you need a breather, you can just be there, get some air. There are lounges that you can chill around. So in the co-living bootcamp, it's really different than just a typical bootcamp. You learn because that's the main thing that you want to do in the bootcamp. But also there are in-person sessions wherein you get inspired from people from the industry. In the co-living bootcamp, there are barbecue nights, movie nights, and weekend parties that you can be part of and socialize. You can also leverage on the amenities and gym program. This is what it looks like to be part of the co-living bootcamp. It's very different. You learn, but at the same time, you have fun. So the co-living bootcamp is situated mainly around BGC and Makati. So you can imagine that if you want to also go out, it's BGC is just 5 minutes walking distance. And the benefits of being part of the bootcamp is that we have job partners wherein we negotiated with them that if you are a graduate of the bootcamp, you will have at least 25 to 30K starting salary. And this is quite high considering that you have zero experience and you are still starting out. So one of the key benefits here at StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is that more than just a learning, we help you accelerate your career. So don't worry about having zero experience. Don't worry about being a non-coder and you want to enter the industry. Because if you finish and be a graduate of the bootcamp, you already have guaranteed job interviews. And if you graduate at the top 30, then you have guaranteed job offers already. There's no stopping you in getting the IT industry. As long as you are with the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp, then the opportunities for you is beyond just learning. It goes over to you landing your first job and landing a highly paying job as well. So here, why IT? These are just the published rates of IT today. If you have 1 to 4 years, you will be earning on average 45K monthly. If with 5 years, you will be earning around 80K. As you level up, let's say to senior manager, you can even go to 172,000 for your monthly salary. Once you are able to enter the IT industry, the first step is the hardest, but once you are already in, over opportunities are left and right. So you really have high earning potential once you are able to enter the IT industry. And with that one, if you are interested, you can apply now. The link is here below. It's bit.ly/StackTrek Bootcamp application. And if you have questions, then feel free to find us on Facebook. You can message us there. And we hope that the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is one of the opportunities that you will leverage on as you enter the IT industry and land your first tech job. And with that one, thank you so much, everyone, and have a good day. Ayan. So thank you so much again, everyone, for joining us. And with that one, we are going to move on. By the way, if you have further questions, we have an info session on Tuesday. So just check out our Facebook page. We have the details there. And if you want to have a free trial, we also have that there. So, how much ba yung tuition? So, to answer your question, tuition for the StackTrek Full Stack Bootcamp is that it is study now, pay later. So, ibig sabihin, wala kang babayaran upfront. And when you pay after, let's say, the 4-month bootcamp, you will only start paying once you are hired. And how much would that be? For digital coding bootcamp, that would be 17% of your monthly income or your monthly salary. But if it is with co-living, so sa co-living, kasama na yung transportation, no? Kasama na yung accommodation and yung food nyo throughout the week, throughout the 4 months. So that would be 25% of your monthly income. So yun. So 17% of your monthly salary for digital and 25% for co-living naman. So yun, I would like to, if you are interested, we would like to invite you, mommies, for on Tuesday. We are going to have a free trial bootcamp para you can imagine and you can have a first-hand experience. Don't worry, the bootcamp is free. The bootcamp is free. The free trial, the free trial is free. And then the info session, if you have further questions related to bootcamp, yung specifics, yung schedule, those things, we will cover that one on the Tuesday's info session as well. And with that one, congratulations to all the mommies who completed tonight's workshop. And again, we have it here. Pag natapos yun na siya, submit your screenshots na successful yung code ninyo so that you can also get your certificate. And with that one, we wrap up the session tonight. And again, my name is Haifa, and thank you everyone for joining us for tonight's session. Good evening.